Leaked confidential letter from Trump's lawyer to Mueller on January 29th likely spells doom for liar Sally Yates. On Saturday, the fake news New York Times published all 20 pages of a confidential memo Trump's lawyer sent Robert Mueller in January. Now, on Saturday, the New York Times published a confidential memo written by Trump's lawyers to Mueller dated January 29th of 2018. Mr. Trump's lawyers hand-delivered a 20-page confidential letter to Mr. Mueller in January. The letter was a response to his request that Mr. Trump agree to be questioned about allegations that he committed obstruction of justice. The lawyers argued that Mr. Mueller does not need to talk to the president and laid out a series of claims that foreshadowed a potential fight over a subpoena where the special counsel to try and to force the president to testify. Now, the Times obtained a copy of the letter as well as an earlier one sent to Mr. Mueller in June of 2017, a month after he was appointed, which argues that there is no statutory or constitutional basis for any obstruction charge based on Mr. Trump's firing of James B. Comey as FBI director. Now, the leaked letter could spell doom, however, for former Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates. And it goes on to say that according to the contents of the letter, Sally Yates lied to federal investigators about the Michael Flynn probe. Attorney Nick Short pointed out that the former Deputy Attorney General's deceit. Now, from the report on January 24th of 2017, Lieutenant General Flynn was interviewed in the White House by FBI. Now, the FBI operatives believe Flynn provided truthful answers. And on January 26th of 2017, Sally Yates met with White House counsel Dan McCabe and told him that Flynn had lied. Now, I'm not going to read out this full thing, but I'll kind of scroll through it slowly so you guys can read portions of this letter that was sent. So we'll just scroll through here real quick, and you guys can pause it and read it as well. But then on January 27th of 2017, Sally Yates and McCabe had another meeting, and Yates lied about the ongoing witch hunt against the Trump team, and she threw Michael Flynn and an innocent man under the bus. Now here's some more of the letter here you guys can read through. Now, it's important here to see, you can see the highlighted area. Yates was unwilling to confirm or deny that there was an ongoing investigation, but did indicate that the DOJ would not object to the White House taking action against Michael Flynn. Let's go on here. Now, it says later the FBI told Michael Flynn he would not be charged, and they were closing out his investigation. And here's some more of the letter you guys can read through. But you can see here in the highlighted area, it says that the president had every reason to believe at the time that the FBI was not investigating Lieutenant General Flynn, especially in light of the fact that Lieutenant General Flynn was allowed to keep his active security clearance. Now, for all the intents, purposes, and appearances, the FBI had accepted Flynn's account, concluded that he was confused but truthful, decided not to investigate him further, and let him retain his clearance. Then the deep state hacks later charged him with lying to federal investigators. Sally Yates should find a good lawyer. Now here you can see some more of the letter as well. And this was a tweet by Nick Short saying a confidential letter sent by President Trump's lawyers to Mueller on January 29th of 2018, somehow obtained by the New York Times, and more information regarding Flynn. And there's a link to that article as well if you'd like to read that.